creative friends. I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and today we are going to do the right hand page of our layout of the fourth one of the year. I am using scraps from our nature hikey workshopping kit. Scrapbook workshopping kit, there we go. And I added a cloud cover cardstock base. I am using the True Color, which is the darker side. And then, I had wanted to do this particular scrap where it was um, all 12 inches across, but I did not have another 12-inch across scrap. So this is what I had. Then I had this wonderful piece as well, just left over. We had quite a bit. I mean, not a ton, but a reasonable amount of leftover pieces from that workshop kit. So why not use it, right? And so that's all I am doing. I did not go for any hikes in the month of, or that week that I'm working on, the fourth week of January. As you know, I scrapbook about a month after the event, and I do that so that let's go ahead and line that up, so that I am more willing to purge photos, because you don't need to save every photo known to creation, right? But it's hard when they're still fresh and new in your mind. You're like, all of those photos really mean something to you, and it's harder to not use them. But not every photo should go into your layout. Also, what do you do if you don't have something special every week? Well, in this case, I stayed home. I did not go for a hike, and most of my, I would say, on average, 3/4 of my layouts are going to be about being on a hike, on the river, out in nature. But sometimes it's a stay at home week. And this week was that week. I worked in my garden and got my greenhouse plastic over my hoops. I totally lucked out and got invited at the very last minute, like less than 2 hours beforehand. I was invited to go with a batch of my friends to go see a hockey game. And if you know me, you know that I love hockey. It is truly just about the only group sport activity that gets televised that I love to watch. I tend to not watch it on a screen, but in person. I had my daughter did my hair. She cut it and then she added color. She finished her hair design classes from Fagan's this week in real time, not scrapbook time. And one of the things that we did was just add some fun colors to my hair. This white cardstock was also left over from the workshop kit. So I'm going to use that for a mat and to journal. Normally I won't put down my journaling sheet until I finished writing on it, so I hope I don't regret that. And in this week of January, my horde of chickens laid their first egg of the season. So that is definitely noteworthy. So that is how you end up with a fun batch of layouts and photos of everyday life. You know, it doesn't have to be much. We all take pictures of things like our meal that we ate or prepared. We do a lot of fun things, right? Don't cut yourself off short. And then this circle is left over from the cardstock that I had cut for the workshop kit. So I just used my, oops, sorry, 1 3/4 circle punch. I love our punches. They're nice and heavyweight. They are sharp and we can squish them closed. Of course, if I cut that and now I'm going, I could add some trees. That would add some fun color. Let's peel that up and hold that over. Do I like that? I kind of do. It kind of helps break up some of that visual effect. So we're just going to overlay it. It'll give it a slightly lifted appearance. And the thing I like about this particular sticker is that sky matches that cardstock. So we're just going to go ahead and lay that down. And I have now used almost every sticker on here. I've got an arrow, view, hike, a couple of little things. I've used those. Let's go ahead and use this little sticker because I am going to label this as first egg of the year. And let's grab a pen. First egg of 2026. Really simple journaling technique. By labeling, you end up sharing your handwriting, which our descendants really and friends and family actually enjoy seeing, even if it feels like it's chicken scratch. And so it gives a little bit of you for the future. And then on the other side of this layout, I used some of these little embellishing dots. So let's add a little light because it's now getting to be dusk time around here. And grab my dots and think about if there's a good spot to put them. I think that there is. I think I'm going to add it down here. So I will grab my take your pick tool with the little clay space, and we will just add a couple like this. And normally I do ranges of 3. I think I'm going to go up to the next size. That little one just wasn't doing it for me. And normally I go in a kind of a triangle feel, but I think that will be okay. And then we'll add a couple over here around our mountains to help finish pulling off the color. And then I will journal that up and add the last 3 of these dots. 1 and 2 and 3. And that will help pull the eye across this layout in a fun, cohesive way without messing up my journaling. So until next time, find your joy, keep on crafting, and I will see you here next time around. Bye-bye for now.